Shocking truth number 1, your immune system doesn't just weaken, it reverses against you. At 60, most people think the immune system simply weakens, but here's the shocking truth. It doesn't just get weaker, it starts to turn against you. Imagine the bodyguard you trusted your entire life suddenly losing his mind. Sometimes he lets the real threats walk right past him, and other times he starts attacking your own healthy tissues. This betrayal has a name: immunosenescence. And this is why people in their 60s and beyond don't just catch colds more easily. They suddenly develop weird autoimmune issues they never had before. It feels random, but it's not. It's your immune system glitching. Now, here's the kicker. It's not primarily about vitamin deficiencies or vaccines. The real driver is something you've probably never been told to think about: your gut microbes. That's right, the tiny ecosystem in your gut directly programs your immune system. And by 60, gut diversity collapses, like a rainforest turning into a desert. When that happens, your immune system forgets how to tell friend from foe. But scientists are finding something incredible. By restoring gut diversity, you can retrain the immune system to act young again. Imagine hitting 60 but having the immune resilience of a 40-year-old. We'll circle back to practical ways to do this, but hold that thought, because it connects to another shocking truth about your body that no one warns you about. Truth number 2, your muscles age faster than your bones. Everyone worries about bones, brittle bones, fractures, osteoporosis. But the truth is, bones are not the first to go. What collapses first is your muscles. This condition is called sarcopenia, muscle wasting, and it accelerates dramatically after 60. In fact, you lose muscle mass up to 3 times faster than you lose bone density. Here's why this is shocking. Traditional advice, just lift weights, only scratches the surface. Yes, resistance training helps, but it doesn't fully stop sarcopenia. Why? Because muscle loss after 60 is not just about movement, it's about what's happening deep inside your cells. Your mitochondria, the batteries of your muscles, start failing to hold charge. So even if you're exercising, your cells may not have the energy to rebuild. And here's the twist hardly anyone talks about. Muscle growth at 60 isn't just about moving heavy weights. It's about nutrient signaling. Specifically, activating a growth pathway called mTOR at the right times. That means your body needs protein, but more importantly, specific amino acids delivered at the right time of day to trick your body into thinking it's young and in growth mode again. This is not bodybuilding science. This is longevity science. We'll return to how you can time your nutrition to give your muscles a second life. But first, let's move to something that affects not just your body, but your brain itself. Truth number 3, your sleep architecture collapses, even if you sleep 8 hours. This one is disturbing, and it catches almost everyone by surprise. You've heard, get 8 hours of sleep. But what if I told you that by the time you're 60, even if you clock 8 hours, your brain may not actually be repairing itself? That's because the architecture of your sleep collapses. The deep, slow-wave sleep, the stage where your brain cleans out toxic waste like beta amyloid, declines by up to 70% after 60. So you wake up thinking, I slept fine, but inside your brain, toxins are quietly piling up. This is one reason Alzheimer's risk skyrockets with age. The shocking part is the root cause isn't just melatonin loss or blue light exposure. The real culprit is calcification of the pineal gland and reduced glymphatic flow, the cleaning system of the brain. Imagine your brain's plumbing system clogging up. Waste builds, repairs stall, and your brain quietly ages. Here's the good news. Researchers have discovered simple ways to kickstart glymphatic flow. For example, a hot shower before bed raises body temperature, followed by cooling down in a 65 to 67 degree Fahrenheit room, which actually forces your brain's cleaning system to flush more powerfully. Add morning sunlight exposure, and suddenly your brain starts syncing sleep cycles again. Think about that. A hot shower and a cold bedroom could be the difference between a brain that ages 20 years faster or one that stays sharp. Keep that in mind, because this ties directly into what happens to your hormones at 60. Truth number 4. Your hormones don't decline, they uncouple. Most people think aging means hormones just go down. Testosterone goes down, estrogen goes down, end of story. But here's what's rarely discussed. At 60, hormones don't just decline, they uncouple. In your youth, hormones act like an orchestra, perfectly synchronized. By 60, the orchestra turns into a chaotic jazz session. Cortisol spikes don't align with insulin signals. Growth hormone bursts no longer match thyroid rhythms. The timing breaks. And this timing mismatch is now shown to drive belly fat, fatigue, and even accelerated cognitive decline. Here's the part no one tells you. Hormone replacement therapy doesn't always fix this, because the problem isn't the amount of hormones, it's the coordination. And the surprising fix is something called circadian alignment. That means syncing your eating, movement, and even social interactions with your body's natural clocks. In other words, it's not just what you do, it's when you do it. Eat protein in the wrong window, it fuels fat storage. Walk in the right window, it resets cortisol and glucose rhythms. By realigning your lifestyle to circadian cues, you can resynchronize hormone chaos better than many prescriptions. And yes, we'll loop this back to your muscles, immune system, and sleep, because timing connects them all. Truth number 5. Your longevity hinges on a hidden reserve organ no one talks about. Everyone worries about the big organs, heart, brain, liver, kidneys, but almost no one realizes you have a hidden reserve organ that secretly dictates how fast you age. It's called fascia, the connective tissue web under your skin. Most think fascia is just support structure. Wrong. It's now recognized as a dynamic organ system, storing hydration, nutrients, and even regenerative signals. Here's the catch. By 60, fascia stiffens and dries out. When that happens, blood flow struggles, repair slows, energy flow weakens. That's why older people don't just move slower, they heal slower. Their fascia is literally starving their tissues. And here's the shocking part. Drinking water won't fix it. Fascia only rejuvenates through mechanical stimulation, movements that stretch, spiral, compress, and release tissue. Think dynamic stretching, yoga spirals, or fascia release exercises. Unlocking fascia is like tapping into a hidden battery pack. Suddenly, energy flows, immunity improves, recovery speeds up. And yes, fascia health links back to everything we've already covered: nutrient delivery to muscles, immune programming, and even glymphatic flow in the brain. So now that we know these 5 shocking truths about turning 60, let me tell you how to prepare starting right now. We began with your immune system turning against you, a problem rooted in gut microbes. That ties directly to fascia because fascia carries the nutrients and signals on which immune cells depend on. Then we looked at muscle loss outpacing bone loss, driven by mitochondrial decline. The fix? Strategic nutrition timing, which also requires hormones to be coupled. Which brings us to hormones, uncoupled rhythms causing chaos. The surprising solution is circadian alignment, which also improves sleep cycles. And finally, deep sleep collapse, solved not by pills, but with temperature and rhythm. Do you see the pattern? Aging at 60 is not about everything breaking down. It's about broken communication. Systems that were once synchronized stopped talking to each other. The gut stopped talking to the immune system. Muscles stopped talking to mitochondria. Hormones stopped talking to circadian rhythms. Fascia stopped talking to tissues. So how do you prepare now? By rebuilding communication. Restore gut diversity. Fuel and time your protein strategically. Align your life to circadian rhythms. Hack deep sleep with temperature. stimulate your fascia daily. Because here's the ultimate shocking truth. Turning 60 is not the beginning of decline. It's the doorway to a sharper, stronger second life. Only if you know how to prepare now. If one of these truths shocked you, imagine what's still hidden about longevity. So hit subscribe now because every week we're diving deeper into these overlooked longevity secrets, and more importantly, how to turn them into everyday habits that keep you ageless. So take care of yourself, hit like on this video, and I will see you in the next one.